Hello Taurus, this predictions for Sunday, October 20th, 2024. If you're someone who has a problem to resolve with a family member, today would be a very interesting day because, let's say, the tense planets are harmonizing a bit and their tension softens. This makes it much easier for those conversations that not long ago would have opened Pandora's box to be at least coherent. Let's just say coherent. The opportunity may present itself casually, whether it's you or that person who takes the initiative to communicate. Initially, there will be a high level of nervousness, but later, with good intentions and a better disposition, the conversation will take the path it should have taken. It's the perfect time to smooth over any rough edges that may have been created in various circumstances. This applies not only to family but also to acquaintances, friends, and others with whom you may have had some occasional issues. In general, this situation will depend on you. You will be the one to take the lead in any conversation. Don't think it's a trivial matter, put a solution in place. If you don't have any issues to resolve with anyone, today is a day where, with the good attitude that characterizes you, along with your usual courtesy and your wonderful intelligence, you can realize you have a fabulous day without any complications, distress, or anything like that. So today is a day to take it easy. Now let's go into the specific details about love, health, work, and your compatibilities for today. In terms of health, your health has had some ups and downs lately. You might not feel you have the necessary energy today, and this morning you might not only lack motivation but also the strength to start the day. It's essential to pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you, which is that it's time to take care of yourself and work towards good health. Beyond taking the proper precautions in your actions, it's important to review your diet and switch to one that has higher nutritional value, as this will help you regain the strength you might currently be lacking. Look for healthy recipes, eat fruits and vegetables, and avoid high-fat foods for a while. Be very careful about this, even occasionally. Regarding work, all work should be compensated. In fact, you're at a point where companionship and friendship are essential for a healthy work life. However, this doesn't mean you should do favors for everyone who asks for them. You have such a noble and huge heart, and as a kind sign, the smart ones sometimes try to take advantage of you. So, one thing is to lend a hand or help someone clarify something at work, and another is to do all the work yourself. The monetary value is always symbolic, it serves to cover personal needs, but it's a formality to obtain a reward for what you do. You've made an effort to be a good worker to live from it, so don't keep giving away your time or your labor. Friendship and business work very well when a clear, well-written, and well-defined agreement is in place. If you're looking for a job, security and confidence are fundamental pillars for making a good impression in an initial interview. Empower yourself with each of the resources you have, ensure your demeanor is appropriate. Don't fall into egocentrism. In fact, when you take a deep breath, you'll realize that everything is much simpler. Defend each of the skills you possess. If you have any interviews today, even though it's Saturday and some places don't work, others do. But if you have an interview, whether in person or digital, you'll be up to the task. A few hours before the interview starts, it would be good to prepare your tone of voice, your manner of speaking, and how to move your hands with the appropriate timbre. Prepare for typical questions that may come up, as you will appear very convincing. In terms of finance, there is a new world that has been forming around you for quite some time, and you know you've seen the possibility of venturing into these new concepts and ways of working. However, you may have held back due to fear and uncertainty about how this environment operates. Perhaps you've realized that, as I mentioned the other day, you need to update your knowledge on something or you're not quite sure how to catch up. Well, take your time, prepare at your own pace, gather all the necessary information to carry out a plan that meets your needs, and go for what you've been postponing for so long. Initially, the gains may be modest, but over time, you'll notice that whether you're already working, you can apply or register for a higher level job, or if you're looking for work or thinking of starting your own business, you'll have wonderful knowledge to be considered. Regarding love, clarify your romantic situation. If you're in a relationship, you might be at a point where it's time to make some soft decisions related to, for example, cohabitation, a wedding, or starting a family. This can cause uncertainty and doubts, but don't doubt the love you have, because you're very clear about that. Rather, you may doubt whether it's the right moment. You might not even know that yourself, which is why you need to define what you're feeling and how you can approach it. If you want to change the status of your relationship, as I mentioned, to a higher level, the couple can be consolidated. You shouldn't be afraid. On the contrary, if you're already at the higher level of being married with children and living together, it's time to add a bit more spark to the relationship. Regardless of the situation, you will be up to the task. If you're single, don't let yourself be swayed by the initial attraction you feel for someone you've recently met. Don't act hastily, you both need time to get to know each other. A reasonable time to discover each other's preferences and assess how compatible you could be. Succumbing to initial excitement could lead you to repeat past mistakes and start a short-lived story with little meaning and a lot of emotional turmoil. The goal is to get to know that person, delve into their feelings and emotions, and see how much they may influence your life. If it's not what you expect, it's best to remain single for a while longer and keep meeting new people until you find that perfect connection. As for your energy today, you're experiencing very fluctuating energy, like your health, which rises and falls intermittently. You might not notice it much, but it's true that when you make an effort, you may feel or sense that something is happening. This is due to certain tensions with planets that are not behaving well regarding your energy. Take breaks when necessary, and activate yourself when you feel it's needed. The positive situation you need to enhance today is to venture into a new area of projects or businesses that may cause you fear. However, if you take advantage of it and use your intelligence, today could be the day to start something different. So hey, who said fear? The negative situation to avoid today is any egotistical states that may distance you from someone and the goals you wish to achieve. Be very careful with the harsh words you might say today. Those things happen to everyone, and at some point, we all blurt out something foolish and then think, why on earth did I say that? So if you can prevent it, that's even better. Fewer annoyances, because now is not the time for that, honestly. Also, be prepared to clarify your emotions and overall feelings. Having conflicting feelings that clash with each other, for example, wanting to do one thing while society pushes you toward another, can be disorienting. For students, friendships with teachers can be quite enriching if there is good rapport. However, don't confuse having confidence with someone as a reason to exempt you from your obligations as a student. Far from it. You still need to prepare to pass any subject. Thankfully, you're very intelligent, so no slacking off. As for compatibilities, you have a wonderful day ahead with these 3 signs. Firstly, with people of the sign Virgo, you'll have a sensational day with wonderful stability at all levels, whether you work with this person, live with them, or whatever role they play in your life. Secondly, with people of the sign Aquarius, you'll have a fun, stable day with a very solid and intense attitude.